Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shutting Yokai's live stream of Fate's Stay Night Remastered. I hope you guys are all doing well today. All right, well, let's just jump right back in where we left off. I go back to the house. I decide to keep quiet about meeting Ilya. This is the sort of thing I should be sharing right away, but I know, but I know it, and I know it, but I don't feel like talking about it. Ilya wasn't acting like a master in the park. We talked about trivial things and casually parted ways. So I hesitate to bring up what happened today to the others. I feel bad for keeping secrets, but I don't want to think of the little girl I met today as my enemy. After lunch with Saber, we resume our training at the dojo, and the next thing I know, it's time for dinner. I rest, fatigued after my training with Saber, so I take a bath to rinse off the sweat. By the time I head to the living room, dinner is ready. I'm a little moved. It's really nice to come out of the bath and find dinner ready without doing anything.
エミヤ君、夕食だけど。何よ、バカみたいに立ち尽くして。
And yet, why does she have to ruin the moment? Nothing. It's dinner, right? I'm ready to eat. Where's Saber?
セイバーさんならシローの部屋に行ったみたいだけど、会わなかった？おかしいな。さっきまでここにいたけど。旅館みたいに入り組んだ家だからすれ違ったんじゃない？いいわ。セイバーは私が呼んでくるから、エミヤ君はもう一度洗面所に行ってきなさい。髪、よく乾いてないわよ。
Oh, you're right. Okay then, I'll leave Saber to you. I wave to Tosaka and step back into the hallway. As Tosaka said, the Emiya house was built with all kinds of passages and corridors. One of the most notable examples of this is the various routes to the bathroom. You can get there from any room or the living room. Not usually how floor plans are laid out. I head to the bathroom. I don't like to use the dryer, so I'll just use the towel I used earlier to dry my hair. Or maybe we won't. And in that moment, I forget everything that happened today.
シロー、二度湯のようですが、今は私が使っています。できれば遠慮してもらえると助かるのですが。
But Whiff, I don't want to wait till later. I need to explain myself. I need to explain that this is all an accident, but my mind has gone completely blank. The sight in front of me is enough to erase everything that happened today from my mind.
シロー、湯にのぼせたのですか？耳まで真っ赤ですが、体を冷やすのなら縁側に出るべきです。
That's not why his ears are bright red, Saber. So not why his ears are bright red. No, yeah, I'll do that. But before I do, I should apologize. I avert my gaze from Saber and try to calm my pounding heart. This was an accident. Well, actually, there's not really much room for me to explain myself now that we've actually run into each other like this. So go on, get mad at me, Saber. I tried to keep my eyes averted, and calm down at the same time. Saber thinks for a while, then says,
シロ、顔を上げてください。
uh, um, I do as I'm told. Hey, wait, why are you still like that?
シロが謝るほどのことではありませんから。このような場面を見たところで、気にする必要はないと言いたいのです。
Come again?
以前にも言ったでしょう。サーバントにとって、性別などさまつなことだと。
Yeah, but poor Shiro's not a servant, okay?
シロは私の体を見て慌てているようですが、私は女性である前にサーバントです。ですから、そのような気遣いは不要かと。
What? What is Saber saying? Even if Saber insists, the fact of the matter remains that she's a girl. But then again, I don't think it'd be the case. But could Saber be... Let me ask you something. Are you saying you're not the least embarrassed about changing in front of me, Saber?
なぜ恥じる必要があるのです。
I figured as much. It doesn't matter that Saber doesn't care, though. I really do. Sorry, just let me apologize. If something like this happens again, you can do whatever you want with me. I do a quick 180 and rush awkwardly out of the dressing room. Saber stares after me oddly as I leave. We finished dinner. It was probably a typical dinner, except it didn't feel that way. I've lost my appetite since the incident in the bathroom. So cold. I had opened a window from the veranda to let the outside wind cool my head. But I need to stop. I'm going to catch cold if I keep this up.
シロ、ここにいたのですか。
Saber, do you have something?
私ではなくシロにあるかと。いいのですか。夜はリンに魔術を教わるという
I
約
don't
束だ
think
っ
it's
たは
that
ず
she
ですが。
promised to teach magecraft this evening so much as she, demanded that we come learn magecraft this evening. Oh. I smack my forehead. I completely forgot. Thanks, I'll head over there right away. I rush to the outbuilding and head upstairs. I knock on the door to the guest room that Tosaka has taken up occupancy in.
シロ、いいわよ。ちょっと今手が離せないから勝手に入って。
Tosaka's voice sounds from the inside of the room, but she sounds a little unnerved. Wait, what is she? I walk in to see Tosaka holding a jewel in one hand, a syringe in the other, and a handkerchief in her mouth. Not your typical house guest thing you walk in on. I have questions, Tosaka.
待って、今日の夜はこれで終わりだから。
Okay, that made no sense. She sticks the needle in her arm as she speaks, her mouth full. She draws blood into the syringe. Tosaka slowly drips blood from the syringe onto the jewel, then grips it tightly. A wave of vertigo washes over me. I can tell it's a ripple of magical energy.
これだけやってもまだ3割か。やっぱり手持ちの9つだけでやっていかなくちゃダメみたいね。
Tosaka slumps her shoulders in disappointment and puts the stone back in a jewelry box. Tosaki came here I came here to learn from you, as promised. But before we get to that, I'm curious about what I just saw.
ええ、待ってたわ。昼間はセイバーと体の方を鍛えてたんでしょ。なら夜は中身を鍛えないとね。
Tosaka seems happy, ready to teach. Saber said she wasn't good at teaching, but I'm guessing this will be the total opposite? Anyway.
さて、それじゃあ何からいこうか。確かシローは強化の魔術しか使えないって言ってたけど。
Yep, that's what the man said. Only strengthening magic. Actually, before we start, I need to know. Or else it's going to bother me. What the hell were you just doing, sticking yourself with a needle? Is dangerous.
え、あれ？あれは魔弾を作ってただけよ。うちの魔術は力の流動と転換だからね。こうやって余裕があるときは自分の魔力をよそに移しておくのよ。
Wait, what are magic bullets? And what's the point of transferring magical energy?
魔弾は魔弾よ。魔力のこもった弾。
Magic bullets are kind of exactly what they sound like. They are projectiles infused with magical energy.
宝石は人の念が宿りやすいって聞いたことない？実際宝石は魔力を貯めやすいものなんだけど、うちの家系はさらに相性がいいみたいなのよね。魔力を込めるっていうのは、例えば今日一日何もしなかったら体力は余ってるでしょ。その余った分の力を宝石に溜め込んでおくの。これを何日、何ヶ月、何年と続けて宝石自体を魔術にするのよ。
Well, I mean, it's one way to prepare for if you end up having to use them.
もっとも宝石自体にだってキャパはあるし、自分から離れた魔力なんてものは操れない。宝石に込めた魔力っていうのはあくまで大魔術を瞬間的に発動させるためだけのイグニッションに過ぎないけどね。
So they kind of work like magical batteries in a way. Okay. So you're saying you fill these jewels with your own magical energy as a backup?
バックアップ、近いけど違うっていうか、使い捨てのリュックサックの中身を詰めてるだけよ。
Why, Tosaka, do you have to make this more complicated than it needs to be? So it's like you're temporarily expanding a computer's hard disk. That's amazing. You're able to use so much magecraft, as much magecraft as you want, with that kind of skill.
ハードディスク？あんたの言ってることはよくわからないけど、そこまで便利なものじゃないわよ。魔力は宝石に込めた時点で、その宝石の属性に染まるから、用途は限られてしまうわけです。
How can you not know what a hard drive is? Oh man, that's just kind of funny. Yeah, but magical energy never ceases to surprise me. I didn't know you could store it like that. Why don't other mages do something so useful?
自分以外のものに魔力を貯めるっていうのは特殊なのよ。
Well, I guess that's a good answer then, isn't it?
シローの強化だって物に魔力を込めているってことでしょ。通常ね、魔力の通ったものは何らかの変化をしてその魔力を使い切ってしまうものなの。魔術の効果は瞬間であって永続じゃないでしょ。で、うちの家系はそうならないようにうまく宝石に魔力を流動させて永続的なものにしているんだけど、他の魔術師だって自分の体になら同じようなことはできるわ。それが魔術国威。あらゆる魔術師が持っている魔術のバックアップじゃない。
Magic crests? Oh yeah, secrets that parents pass down to their children. I don't have anything like that, so I'm kind of clueless about them.
ちょっと、あんた今なんて言ったの？
I believe he said he doesn't have a magic crest. Huh? Well, I just said I don't have a magic crest. My old man had one, but I didn't inherit it. Oh, we just made Tosaka Superman. Tosaka catches her breath, but then the next minute she seems to understand.
道理で素人同然のわけだ。じゃあ本当に一からやってるのね。なら確かにしょうがないか。
Tosaka, haven't you known I don't have a magic crest for a long time now?
そんなわけないでしょ。知ってたら一人でなんか行動させなかったわよ。そりゃ半人前だなって思ってたけど、魔術刻印がないならそもそも魔術師じゃないじゃない、シロは。
Well, we already told you we weren't a mage. Come on. She huffs and looks at me, seeming to be complaining. But what is this? Her voice sounds almost warm, like she's a little bit relieved, like she's jealous I'm not a mage?
まあいいわ。そういうことなら一から説明してあげる。魔術刻印が何なのかを知るってことは、魔術師ってものを知るってことだから。はい、シロはそこに座って。大事な話だからちゃんと腰を落ち着かせて聞くこと。
Right here? Okay, go ahead. I brace myself and look straight at Tosaka. Tosaka nods approvingly, satisfied by my show of seriousness.
じゃあ簡単な話から入るけど、魔術を使うのに必要なものが魔力だってことは知ってるわよね。魔術さえ発動させられるなら、それらは全て魔力と言い換えても差し支えはないわ。魔力の種類は千差万別。
That there are. There definitely are endless varieties of magical
自分だけ
energy.
の精神力を持って魔術を使用する者もいれば、自分以外の対価を持って魔術を使用する者もいる。
Just in case anybody's wondering, magecraft and magic are two very different things in Fate. See, true magic is on par with like divine miracles, whereas regular mages and whatnot use magecraft. It's your bargain basement version of magic.
ここまでは知ってるでしょ。
Yeah, you're talking about mana and ode. Mana is magical energy that's found throughout the world, while ode is magical energy an individual can create themselves.
そうそう、よくできました。じゃあそのマナを用いた魔術から順に説明しましょう。いい？シロ。積み重ねた歴史が浅い魔術師、要するにシロのことねは、すでに形あるものを持って魔力となすの。これは古くからシステムとして確立している儀式、供物を持って神秘と接触する方法よ。自身の力だけでは足りないから、代価を用意して取引するというフォーマルクラフト。これなら術者の魔力が希薄でも魔術は作用する。何しろ使用する魔力は自分からではなくマナから借り受けるものだから、術者はただ儀式を行うだけでいい。
Just kind of the way I ended up coloring the character. I apologize if it's hard to see her mouth moving.
けどまあ、こういうのは知識がないとできないからね。シロにはまだ無理だし、そもそもこういう血生臭いのは向いてないわ、あなたには。
Yeah, I would want to do stuff like sacrifice chickens or pray for a whole night inside a magic circle.
でしょ？じゃあこれは置いといて、次はオド。つまり魔術師個人の力で行う魔術のこと。もう言うまでもないと思うけど、これが私やあなたの基本的な魔術講師よ。
It's all good, Llama Weirdo. No need to apologize for being late.
シロの強化は他者の力を借りないでする自身の魔術回路だけを頼りにした魔術でしょ。
No worries. All good. Maybe double check to make sure you have that little notey bell checked. And that way the notifications should pop up for you. I nod. It seems she's getting into the nitty-gritty stuff now.
その自分だけの魔力を生成する機能。魔術回路っていうのは先祖代々受け継が
No
れる遺
worries,
伝
Llama
体質なの。
Weirdo. I don't expect everybody to, make every stream. People have lives. I understand that.
魔術回路は何代も重ねて鍛え上げられ、より強さを増して子孫に継承されるわ。魔術師の家系の子供はそれだけで魔術に適した人間ってわけ。フェアじゃないけど、私とシローはスタート地点からして違うってことよ。
I know that. It doesn't bother me. Keep going.
別に気にしてなんかないけど。
Well, as long as you weren't worried about that either, Tosaka.
まあいいわ。それでね、そういった魔術回路とは別に、その家系が代々鍛え上げてきた秘伝の魔術っていうのがあるのよ。
Considering we don't have a magic crest, most of this is kind of useless
さっきの
information.
宝石と似てるかな。一つの魔術を極めるとね、魔術師にはその魔術が手に取れるようになるの。本来なら形のないただの公式に過ぎない魔術を手に取れる感覚ってわかる？
I don't, but I'm guessing it's like becoming part of your body?
ご名答。扱われる式という域を超えて、もはや自分自身となった魔術っていうのは形に残せるのよ。それは不安定な魔術を確立させる偉業であり、同時にその魔術師が生きた証でもある。で、魔術師は死ぬ間際に自分が成し得た偉業を刻印として後継者に譲るのよ。これをやるから自分が成し得なかった地点に到達しろ。もしかしたらわしが残した刻印が何かの役に立つかもしれんってね。
Well, Kiritsugu, on the brink of death, decided that Shiro wasn't going to get his magic crest, so again, you might as well move on, Tosaka.
まあ残した方も残された方もそんな刻印が何の役にも立たないって分かってるんだけどさ。
Huh? What? Are you saying that something so awesome is useless?
立つわよ。普通に魔術師やってれば刻印一つで左打ちはっていうぐらい役に立つわ。まあけどそれは自動車をもらったようなものなのよ。どんなに地上を速く走れても月にはたどり着けないんだから。
Huh?
いいから話の続き。
Alright, we're forgetting that part and moving
も
on.
う分かったと思うけど、その刻印っていうのが魔術刻印なの。その家柄の当主が一生をかけて完成させた魔術を刻印にして子孫に譲り、子孫はさらに次の魔術を完成させて刻印を増やし、また子孫に継承する。そうして複雑さを増し、深い歴史を刻んだものが魔術刻印。魔術師にとって逃れようのない縛りってこと。
So what you're saying is that the entire history of a mage family is recorded in these magic crests? Yeah, that's exactly what she's
それは違
saying.
う。家系の記録はちゃんと書物で残してるわよ。魔術刻印にあるのは
All the
単純に
magic
魔術だけな
that
の。
a family has gathered over the entire history of their family is in that magic crest.
勝手に呪文詠唱をしてくれたり、自分が習得していない魔術も使えたりするだけ。わかりやすく言えば、自分の体に魔法陣を刻んでいるようなものかな。
That doesn't... Then doesn't that mean you can engrave crests onto anyone? If magic circles are all you need, then you can draw as many as you want as long as you know the shape.
それがそういうわけにもいかないのよ。
That's not exactly how it works, she's right.
魔術刻印っていうのはね、生き物みたいなものなの。臓器を移植することに近いわ。
Which is also why most of the time you need to be a blood relative in order to receive a magic crest.
臓器は一つしかないものだから、何人かに分け与えるとか写本するとか、そういったことはできないの。心臓を2つに分けても意味ないでしょ。結局分けても機能しなくなるだけなんだから。
Oh yeah, you have a point. Does that mean you also have a magic crest implanted in you too?
移植っての
Yeah,
は
most
我なが
definitely.
ら後ろ向きな例えだったわね。私の場合は左腕、肩から手までびっしりね。ただ魔術刻印は使わなければ浮かび上がらないから、霊樹と違って隠す必要はないわ。まあそんなわけだから、魔術師の家系っていうのは一子相伝だったりするの。
I mean, makes sense since you can only pass your crest down to one child. It really makes sense why they only have one heir instead of two.
その家に兄弟がいた場合、どちらかは魔術を教えられずに一般人として暮らすのが常なのよ。だって魔術刻印を渡せないんだから、魔術師として大成されてもあまり意味がないもの。
Yeah, Shinji said that too. I get it. So that's why Sakura wasn't taught any magecraft?
ええ。けどマトウの家は何代か前から刻印の継承自体が止まってるわ。だからシンジに教えられたのは魔導の知識だけなんでしょ。ほんとそういう手合いが一番厄介なのよね。魔術ってものを実感できないくせに魔術を使おうっていうんだから。
I think at this point Shiro falls into that category, Rin. Stop being mean. Tosaka sighs a deep breath, swearing quietly.
さて、魔術を教えるってことだったけど、ちょっと予定が変わったわ。シローに魔術刻印がないんなら、違った方針を立てないといけないし。うん、今夜はここでお開きにしましょう。明日までにはいろいろと用意しておくから、それまで待ってちょうだい。
Looks like we get off easy this evening on our magic training. Oh, I'll just have to trust you then. And what do you mean you're going to prepare things?
だからいろいろよ。刻印がないってことはあなたスイッチできないんでしょ。体の中身をいじるんだから、お薬とか矯正器具とか必要じゃない？
Oh, this sounds unpleasant. A chill runs down my spine.
何？嫌だって言うんならやめるけど、その場合私が教えてあげられることはなくなるわよ。
Well, I don't want to, but I'm still going to ask you whether you say is probably the right way to go.
じゃあ明日はそれで決まりね。
Alright, guess we're doing our magic training tomorrow.
あなた、明日もセイバーと剣の鍛錬をするつもり？
More than... Huh? Well, yeah. I'm concerned about the bounded field over the school, but there's still more time before it activates. I want to at least be able to fight by then. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Lemma Weirdo. I have a feeling it's not exactly a pleasant process, whatever she has planned for us.
まあいいけど、その割にはセイバーとはうまくいってないようじゃない？
Oh, well, that's...
友 夕食前までは普通に話せてたのに、夕食から妙に黙り込んでたし。念のために聞くけど、あなたたちうまくいってるんでしょうね。いざ戦闘って時に仲違いされたら、
we're
私
getting
たち
along
まで
just
被害を
fine.
受けるんだから。
If you don't count, walking in on Saber while she's trying to take a bath, we're getting along just fine. Oh, it's just that something happened right before dinner, and now things are awkward. That's all. But I'm not sure if Saber and I are really getting along. When I spent the day dueling her, I think I got a sense of what Saber is like. I trust Saber as an ally, no question about that. But if someone asked me how I feel about Saber in other senses, I wouldn't know how to answer. Because I lost all sense in that very moment. It's hard to say, but what about you, Tosaka? Do you like Saber?
好きよ。だって嫌いになる要素がないじゃない。強いし礼儀正しいし綺麗だし、うちの皮肉屋とは大違いだわ。
He is a huge difference from Mr. Cynic. So you like Saber?
何よ、素直に好きな部類だって言っただけでしょ。あなたね、そのストレートな物言いは直しなさい。いろいろ敵を作りやすいから。
I refuse. I've never been good with words anyway.
そうでしょうよ。嫌味とか皮肉とか口にしなさそうだものね、シローは。ええ、どうせ私のことなんて口うるさい嫌味なやつだとか思ってるでしょ。
Why would I think that? I like the way you say things. Otherwise, it wouldn't feel like it's really coming from you. Rap. I might have struck a nerve. Tosaka turns away, pouting. But I have to admit, I feel a little better, even happy, knowing that Tosaka likes Saber. The day ends. I still feel uneasy with Saber sleeping so close by, so I escape to the shed. I stop and look up at the winter sky, not because the night is particularly beautiful. I'm just feeling the winter chill in a daze, doing nothing because it calms me. I don't know how much time passed. I think I hear footsteps in the darkness. Who's there? There's no answer. Footsteps approach, and I feel a piercing presence. I crouch, ready to jump back at any time. Hey, I asked who's there. There's no answer. The footsteps never stop, and the person finally appears before me. It's Archer! It's the servant who fought Lancer at the school the other night. The red armored knight Saber beat when she leaped over the wall. Are you Tosaka's servant, Archer? The man's lips curve upward. He smiled. Can I take that as confirmation? Something about him annoys me. You remember Saber? Or Archer? Yeah, he's kind of hard to forget. For no reason I can really understand, I find myself irritated. I can't make myself like this guy. I never talked to him before, and he's never attacked me before. But I realize something the instant I see his face. I can't respect this man. There's no reason for it that I can think of, but he and I aren't going to get along. I'm probably not the only one who feels like this. Archer probably feels the same way. There must be a total of 3 people in the world with whom I'm just completely incompatible. That's how bad it is. I wouldn't be surprised if he's irritable around me too. What do you want? I thought you were going to stay on guard until your wounds healed up.
無論そのつもりだ。私の傷が治り次第、このくだらん協定も終わらせる。故に、お前と話すことなどないと今まで傍観していたのだがな。
Well, that's rather blunt of you, Archer. And don't let me stop you from spectating then. There's nothing I want to talk to you about either.
そうしたいのは山々だが、見逃せないことがあってな。お前、サイバーには戦わせないらしいな。
Well, yeah, we kind of don't have much of a choice. What's wrong with that? My reply is impulsive. He glares. With a fair amount of hostility, Archer makes it clear he sees right through me.
やはり、小僧の考えそうなことだ。
Oh, so now we're resorting to name calling?
他人の助けはいらない。できることは全て自分でやる。
That is Shiro's usual mindset, yes?
加えて、犠牲者は一人も出したくないか。虫唾が走るな、その思考。
What? You have no right to tell me that. I'm only doing what I think is right. You have no reason to complain.
筋合いはある。同じサーバントとしてセイバーの苦労は理解できるからな。お前のようなマスターではセイバーの負担も大きかろう。
He is kind of rude. He's not lying. But what really ticks me off is that I didn't want to hear this from him, of all people. Screw you, I'm not a burden to Saber. I'm going to fight in her place, so there shouldn't be a problem.
戦わなければ傷つかないとでも。サーバントは戦うためだけの存在だ。それから戦いを奪うことこそ冒涜だが。まあ、お前に言っても始まるまい。
We're not forbidding Saber to fight. That's why she's training us, so we can fight by her side, you stupid, silly archer. Having said what was on his mind, Archer falls silent. A few minutes pass. The two of us just stare at each other. I gulp. His cold stare seems to be trying to probe my insides. And then suddenly...
それで、どうなのだ、セイバーのマスターよ。
The Red Knight seems calm as he asks his question. What do you mean?
お前は本気で戦わずにこの争いを終わらせるつもりか。誰とも争わず、誰も殺さず、誰をも殺させないと。
I never said I won't fight. I'll fight if I need to fight.
なるほど。それで戦っても誰も殺さないと。
Well, why does beating you have to mean that I kill you. Yeah, got a problem with that?
お前の甘ったるい考えに邪魔などせんよ。そんな余裕はないし、そこまで推強ではない。
Archer turns his back to me.
だが、間違えるな。お前が気取る正義の味方とは、ただの掃除屋だ。その方法で救える者は、生き残った者だけと知れ。
I don't know why, but I feel like Archer was just beating up on me for no reason. Wait, what do you mean a champion of justice is just a cleaner?
お前も気がついているはずだがな。いいか、その方法では悲しい出来事、悲惨な死を元に戻すことはできない。もともとそれが限界なのだ。正義の味方なんてものは起きた出来事を効率よく片付けるだけの存在だ。
It's true.
お前が救いたいと思うものこそ絶対に救えない。
Archer's not exactly wrong in this statement. At least in my opinion. I don't know, what do you guys think? That's not true. The idea that you can't save the person you're reaching out to save is wrong.
理想論はあくまで理想に過ぎない。お前が理想を抱き続ける限り、現実との摩擦は増え続ける。ならば、いつか現実に直面し、その折り合いのツケを支払う時が来る。お前のその選択が多くの命を奪うこともあるだろうよ。覚悟ぐらいはしておけ。己の賠償さを実感した時、まず何を正し、誰を罰するかと。それができぬようなら、その夢もその魔術も今すぐ捨てるのだな。
No, Archer, that's a pretty harsh thing to say to somebody. Archer disappears into the darkness.
いいか、誰が何をしようと救われぬ者というのは確固として存在する。お前の理想で救える者はお前の理想だけだ。人間にできることなどあまりにも少ない。それでも
Hey, wait, what the hell are you trying to say? My question is swallowed up in the darkness. Archer is already gone, and I'm just talking to empty air. What the hell's with him? He just showed up, unloaded a bunch of crap on me, and disappeared. He was telling me that my thinking is too idealistic, and I'm going to suffer for it soon. But how can I decide something is wrong before I've even tried it? No worries, Lemma Weirdo. It's all good. Thanks for coming out. Bye. Have a good day. Thank you so much. You continue to be amazing too. I'm ready. If I'm wrong, I'll just have to pay for that mistake with my life. That's my resolve as a mage. Archer doesn't have to remind me that. I really can't stand that guy. But something he said bothers me. No matter what anyone does, there will always be those who can't be saved. There is so little a human can do. But even so, can I keep pursuing my ideal without ever looking back? I mutter to myself. I felt like that's what Archer wanted to say.
行ってくるねシロ。今日はお土産買ってきてあげるからおとなしくしてるのよ。
Always good. Come on, Taiga. Fujine waves as she heads out for work.
私も行くわ。今日はうちに寄ってくるから遅くなるけど、夕飯までには戻るから。留守中警察のことはしないようにね。
Don't do anything rash. When would Shiro do something rash? All right then. It's 7:30 in the morning. I see the two of them out without incident, so there's only one thing left to do now. Okay, we're going to continue where we left off yesterday. Let's head to the dojo, Saber.
すぐに鍛錬を始めるのですか？朝食をとったばかりですし、少し間を取るべきではないでしょうか。
Don't worry about that. I've trained myself to the point where stuff like that doesn't affect me, and today's breakfast was bread, right? I don't live an unhealthy enough lifestyle for something like that to affect me.
はあ、シロがいいというのでしたら、私は構いませんが。
Good then. Let's just go. I spent all night coming up with ways to get in at least one hit in, so I want to show you the fruits of my labor. I'm unable to dodge Saber's counterattack. Both the Shinai and I tumble to the ground. My fingers tingle, or they grip the Shinai. Saber's counterattack lands as I lunge in with all my might. I figured brute force was my only option. No shock that I dropped my Shinai and fell right on my ass after an attack like that. Damn, I thought that would work.
シロはその判断が甘い。いいですか？シロが捨て身になったところでサーバントは倒せません。勝ち気なのはいいですが、それも相手を見てください。
That may be true, but I'll lose if I stay on the defensive. I have to strike if I find an opening.
その通りですが、シロはそのチャンスの生かし方を理解していません。捨て身で仕掛けるのならば、それにふさわしい好機を待つべきです。
That goes without saying. I saw you looking away for a brief second that last time. I've only seen you do that maybe one other time, so I thought it was my chance.
とっさにその判断ができたのは評価しますが、今のはあえて作った隙です。
Oh, yeah, she was baiting us.
この程度では動じないだろうと期待して視線をそらしたのですが、まさか一直線に踏み込んでくるとは思いませんでした。
That's pretty mean, Saber. You shouldn't mock amateurs like that.
からかってなどいません。こちらで仕掛けた策であれ、好きである以上は多少のリスクを負います。もっとも視線をそらした程度のリスクと、捨て身で突進してくるシロのリスクは計りにかけるまでもありませんが。
So what you're saying is that I should be less obvious about seizing an opportunity. If I make a big obvious attack, I'm squandering the opportunity. So you're saying I should be considering the opportunity and acting to suit it.
はい。ですから、好機の大小の読み分けをしっかりしてください。 ですが、昨日よりは格段に生き死にの境界線には鋭敏になっていますね。危険を察知する感覚が身についてくれば、誰と戦い何を打つべきかはおのずと絞られてきますから。
Saber looks pleased. Unless it's my imagination, she seems happy to see her student improving a bit.
そろそろ休憩時間ですね。 水を汲んできましょうか、シロ。
No need, as long as it's just water. I filled a whole kettle, so I'll just drink from that. I drag my fatigued body towards the well. After wiping the sweat from myself with a towel I brought along, I take several gulps from the kettle. I take a long, deep breath. It's been almost 3 hours since I saw Tosaka and Fujine off. I've spent every minute since sparring with Saber. As usual, Saber doesn't explain much, and I don't ask her any questions while we cross swords. I have pretty much no chance of winning, but I do seem to be moving better the more I fight Saber. I'm not expecting to improve my fighting techniques. The point here is to train my body, not my mind, to get accustomed to battle. It's better than doing nothing, and since I'm starting from basically nothing, there wouldn't be much point here unless I spend time working on this one thing. If all I do is think about how to fight when the time comes for me to face a master, I'm dead. Saber just doesn't even break a sweat, huh? I'm a little disappointed, but I shouldn't expect to be on her level in just a day or two. And like yesterday, Saber rests seated in a size-up position. It'd be a waste to just sit here. I might as well take the opportunity to talk with her. Okay then. Alright chat, what should we do? I want to know about Saber before she became a servant, or a secret blade technique for dummies. What should we decide, chat? Anybody? Alright, King Ultima 75 thinks we should ask Saber more about herself before she became a servant. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Alright, we want to know more about Saber. Before she became a servant. I wonder what Saber was like when she was alive. Saber is so beautiful, so I'm sure everyone must have liked her. Calling her Saber is what's throwing me off. But I bet she was an ordinary girl who never held a sword back in the day. You keep telling yourself that. So, Saber, what were you like before? I'm curious. I just blurt out what's on my mind without thinking or even realizing I'm doing it.
はい。何か言いましたか、シロ。
It's nothing. I was just imagining what you were like. I'm not trying to find out your true name or anything, but I just wanted to know what your life was like.
はあ。私がどういう人間だったかですか。おかしなことに関心を持つのですね、シロは。
Oh, we're just trying to get to know you better, Saber. You can just ignore the question if you don't want to answer. It just kind of popped into my head. I know you're Saber, a servant, but I just thought you might have been a completely different person before you became a servant. That's right. I imagined she lived a peaceful life, as befits a lovely girl like her.
それはありえないと思います。 サーバントになったからといって性格が変わるわけではないし、私は生まれた時から剣を与えられた騎士ですから。あなたの言うような違った私は存在しなかった。
It's not entirely true, Saber. You weren't handling a sword from the moment you were born. Nobody was. Seriously? Then you've always been so harsh? That's no good. I kind of sympathize with the people who were around you.
それはどういう意味でしょうか。私は厳しくはありますが、周りに強要した覚えなどありません。
That can't be true. Today's training taught me you're merciless. Look at this welt. I make one tiny mistake and you happily drive in at every opportunity, you demon.
私は喜んでなどいません。シロには申し訳ありませんが、厳しくしなければ鍛錬にならないでしょう。
I mean, she's not wrong either. This is strange. I somehow never expected Saber to make a face like that.
何ですかその目は。いきなり黙り込むのは卑怯だと思います。
Oh, I never thought you would get mad like that, so you just kind of surprised me.
そうですか。私としては思ったことを主張しただけなのですが。
Yeah, but you're not usually so emotional, so that was new to me.
そうでしょうか。私は自分の信念に基づいて行動しているつもりですが。
But those aren't your feelings, they're your beliefs. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that you never speak straight from the heart.
それは当然です。私に求められるものは個人としての意見ではなく立場としての意見ですから。それは今も昔も変わらない。私はセーバーのサーバントとしてシロを守る。そのため以外のことを口にするべきではないし、考える必要もないでしょう。
That may be true, but that would be boring for you. You might have a role to fill, but that doesn't mean you have to devote yourself to that and nothing else. There are things you want to do, right?
ですから私のやるべきことはシロを守ることです。ただでさえマスターとして未熟だというのに、私の言うことも聞かず戦おうとするあなたをこうして鍛えているのではありませんか。
That may not be entirely true, but well, if you say so, then I guess it's okay. I feel like this conversation has softened Saber up a bit. She even looks more cheerful now. So as not to ruin the moment, I decide not to press the matter. The next thing I know, it's noon.
お昼時ですね、シロ。
Yeah, it is. Both our stomachs growl in agreement. Let's eat. Is there anything you'd like to eat, Saber?
私は特にシロが用意してくれる食事ならおおむね満足しています。
Saber puts it kind of oddly. Well, at least she's not picky like Tosaka. I'll go and do a bit of shopping. I'll probably come back at the same time as yesterday. So rest in the living room until then.
はい、期待しています、シロ。
I decide to try making shrimp balls for... Ooh, shrimp balls. That sounds tasty. I've always wanted to try making them at home. They'll be piping hot balls of ground shrimp, a bit bigger than takoyaki. I bought some mustard, and I'm all set with the snacks for our 3 o'clock snack time. I load my purchases onto my bike. That reminds me. I met Ilya here yesterday. She's not here today. Well, she probably shouldn't be coming here every day. Somehow not seeing her is disappointing though. I haven't told Saber or Tosaka about meeting Ilya yesterday. She didn't confront me as an enemy, and I'm hesitant to tell them about her in the first place. Just because she was here yesterday doesn't mean she'll show up today. So I really should just get on my bike and... Alright guys, what should we do? Go straight home or swing by the park? What should we do, chat? Anyone? Alright, if nobody has a suggestion. Oh. Okay, we got one vote for go straight home. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Alright, looks like we are headed straight home to the Emiya house. Go straight home. Saber's looking forward to lunch, and I'm really not in any position to make a detour. I don't have the time. So I make the shrimp balls, one of my specialties. It's not really a proper meal. If anything, it's more like a snack to have with alcohol or something. I've learned to make it while working at an izakaya bar. Wow, that's hard to say.
シロ、これはとても熱い。
Saber tries to put the fried ball, which is between the size of a golf ball and a tennis ball, in her mouth. So do you not like hot foods, or do you not like food that looks so crude?
いいえ、どちらも問題ありません。この厚さは面白いですし、味付けも粗雑でありながら、きめ細かい気配りが感じられる。
Yeah, well, I'm glad you like it.
はい。リンやタイガに分けてあげられないのが残念です。
It is a crying shame we can't share the shrimp balls with Rin and Taiga. Saber continues eating in silence. She's eating more than usual, so I figure she worked up an appetite training this morning. This may not be very manly, but I really like having people eat food I prepare. All the more so when they say it's delicious. I'm a poor excuse for a master, so if I can do something like this to make Saber happy, I should work harder on my cooking, huh? Saber is staring intently at her empty plate. Saber, if it's not enough, I can make more.
いえ、もう十分に堪能しました。足りないなど、そのようなことはありません。
Then why are you glaring at your empty plate like it's your worst enemy? Oh, really? Then let's have our after-meal tea. I'll go make it real quick, so wait here. I pick up the empty plates and head to the kitchen. After I've put the dirty dishes into the sink, I put the kettle on to get the tea started. Oh, hey. How about we try a different tea? I stick my head out of the kitchen, but then I hear something.
しかし、これは問題だ。シロの料理は美味しい。
Why is this a problem, Saber? Like, seriously, why is his really, really good food becoming a problem?
彼に今から食事を断たれてしまったら、私は間違いなく
Oh,
戦
that's
闘
why
意
it's
向
a
されてし
problem.
まう。
It's so good that if he stops cooking for her, she may find her will to fight slipping. Oh boy, that's some damn good food.
私もまだ甘い。何度か経験したはずなのですが、兵糧攻めとは、かくも恐ろしいものだったのですね。
Ugh. Oh, hey. I take back what I said. Time to stop putting so much effort into my cooking. If I make meals more elaborate, she might end up making me her personal cook. Yep. Too much of a good thing doesn't help anyone. We finish eating lunch, then continue our training in the afternoon. I keep crossing blades with Saber, never getting tired of it. We keep training and only plan to stop when Tosaka and Fujine come home. But our training is interrupted by the sound of the doorbell.
シロ、来客のようですが。
It does appear that we have a visitor. Wonder who it could be. Yeah, I heard it. I'm going to get the door, so you stay here, Saber.
いいえ、招かれざる客ということもありえます。万が一に備えて同行しましょう。
Saber has a point. But while she's right, if the visitor is just a neighbor, they might get suspicious of Saber. The neighbors do think I'm the only one living here. Then again, well, guess I'll deal with that if it happens. Sakura and Fujine already come and go freely, so there's no point in me worrying about the neighbors. All right, come with me then, Saber. But if the visitor is just an ordinary person, keep quiet.
分かっています。私はシロの遠い親戚ということですね。
Yep, that's our story, and we're sticking to it. Okay, coming! I rush to the entrance amid the sounds of incessant ringing.
お邪魔する。具合が悪いというから様子を見に来たぞ、エミヤ。
Oh, it's not an enemy or a neighbor. It's a friend from school. Oh, it's just you, Ise.
なんだとは失礼だな。見舞いに来た知人に対して取る態度か、それが。
He's got a point. You should probably be a little more courteous when your friends show up to see if you're okay. Even as Izai complains, he hands me a paper bag. What's this? Apples?
見舞い品だ。普段風邪一つひかぬエミヤが病欠しているのだから、それぐらいは持参する。
I'm grateful for his concern, but unfortunately, I didn't take today off because I'm sick. And besides, a bag full of apples doesn't seem appropriate for a young guy like him to bring as a get well soon gift.
どうしたエミヤ？果物は苦手だったか？
No, I do. It's a little complicated, but I really appreciate the sentiment. I bow to him to show my appreciation.
エミヤ、つかぬことを聞くのだが、お前の後ろにいる女性は何者だ？
What woman standing behind me? I don't know what you're talking about, Izai. Huh? Saber is standing just behind me. Oh, I get it. Izai must have locked eyes with Saber when I bowed to him.
見たことのない御人だが、なぜかような女性がエミヤの家にいるのだ？
Excuse me, Izai. Define like her, okay? Please define that statement. Izai gazes intently at Saber. He's extremely shy and always cold to new people and people he doesn't like. Well, her name's Saber and...
四郎の遠い親戚です。この家の主人だった桐次が外国にいた折、懇意にさせていただきました。先日こちらに観光に来たのですが、縁を頼りに宿を借りているのです。
Saber makes the story sound pretty convincing.
エミヤのお父さんのお知り合いでしたが、聞けばかなりの旅行好きと聞いています。あなたのような人と知り合いになることもあるでしょう。
I wouldn't exactly call Kiritsugu and Saber friends, like, in any stretch of the word. What? Ise, who's supposed to be extremely bashful around strangers, accepts the story so easily.
なるほど。事情は分かったぞ、エミヤ。病欠というのは口実で、観光に来た彼女の案内をしていたのだな。
Maybe. We might have been showing Saber around. It's entirely possible. Oh, yeah, let's say that. Well, in broad terms, nothing I've said is entirely untrue, I think.
ならお邪魔しても構うまい。ここまで運んできた礼として茶でも振る舞ってくれ。ここ2日ばかり学校で起きた出来事でも世間話にしよう。
Wow. Not exactly what you'd expect to hear from somebody showing up at your house. Now go make me tea, because I brought you apples. Holy shit. Izai takes off his shoes and steps up into the house. What do you mean, in appreciation? I'm still kind of busy, you know. We can chat another time.
何を言っている？お前、うちの前に自転車を乗り捨てて行っただろう。
Oh yeah, we did kind of abandon our bike outside Ryudo Temple, didn't we? Oops. We had other things on our mind, okay? Remembering our bike was kind of the last thing on our mind when Saber collapsed. Oh right, I did leave a bike up in Ryudo Temple.
だろう？それを持ってきてやったのだ。
Oh, well, that was very kind of you, Izai. Thanks for bringing my bike back.
忙しい中、生徒会に行かずまっすぐ家に帰りここまで戻ってきたのだ。それでも茶の一つも出せないというのか、お前は。
did do me a favor. I might have 3 bikes, but out of the 3, the one I left at Ryudo Temple is the most expensive. And my favorite. Sorry, Saber, can we take a little break? Saber nods silently. Thanks. Then you and Izai can head to the living room. I'll prepare some tea. Japanese tea for Izai, black tea for Saber.
私も同席するのですか？それはどうかと思います。私がいては語学友と気軽な話などできないでしょう。
You don't get a say in the matter, Saber. I've already decreed you're joining us for tea. That's not true, right, Izai?
女はやかましいが、セーバーさんなら構わぬ。つつましい女性は文化遺産だ。
Hear that? Okay, so go on ahead.
はい。それはわかりましたが、シロ。
What, is something else bothering you?
飲み物でしたら、私も日本茶を。緑茶は嫌いではありません。
Saber is fairly opinionated for some reason. It's odd hearing her say that in her usual tone. After about an hour of meaningless chatter, Izai decides to head home. Most of the small talk in the living room was about school, and I asked a few sly questions to find out if anything unusual was going on, but it seems like business as usual.
それではな、明日も休むのか、エミヤは。
Yeah, I'm not going to school this week. Saber needs to be with me tomorrow too.
ま、あの御人と一緒なら問題はなかろう。何かと不審なところはあるが、問いただすまでもない。
Good, because we're not going to tell you. Alright, Izai? Izai nods as if satisfied. Now that I think about it, how could such a shy guy warm so quickly and easily to Saber? Hey, Izai, for this being your first time meeting Saber, you seem to be in a good mood. What's up with that?
何を言うか。これでも寺の飯で育った身だぞ。人の良し悪しぐらい見抜けなくてどうする。素性は知らぬが。
Yeah, that's just it. You grew up in a friggin' temple, dude.
悪い人間のはずがない。
Huh? I didn't know you could tell that kind of thing. I'm a little impressed.
ま、普通はわからん。だがあれぐらい飛び抜けていると未熟者でも見て取れるのだ。見習い坊主でも傍らに神仏がおられれば新規ぐらいは感じられる。つまりそれぐらいセーバーさんの佇まいは美しい。
Well, that's rare. Izai's raising a girl? Got it. So you have taken a liking to Saber too. That's good. I was worried Izai wouldn't like her because all she did was listen to us talk.
当然だろう。彼女はいい子じゃないか。嫌うのは難しい。
She is a good person, and it would be hard to dislike her. I mean, come on, everybody likes Saber. Yeah, and I know she's a good person, even if she might be a bit aloof. Saber's always like that. So don't take that to mean she doesn't like you, Izai.
え？不愛想か、あの子。
Yes. Yeah, I've never seen her laugh before, and even when you and I were laughing pretty hard, she just kept looking stern.
いや、結構笑っていたが。
Eh? That's ridiculous. Sure, I've seen the occasional warm expression on Saber's face, but I've never seen her actually smile or laugh before. You're kidding me. I can't imagine seeing Saber laughing out loud.
いや、そういうのではなくてだな。 お前が笑ってるのを見て笑っていたのだが、なんだ、気がついてなかったのか。
Obviously we did not notice. Thank you for pointing that out, Izai. She was smiling when she saw me laugh? Was she doing that to make fun of me?
なるほど。また珍妙な解釈をする。
No, she was smiling whenever you laugh, Shiro, because seeing you happy makes her happy. For whatever reason.
ま、そのあたりは己で悩め。何事も自問することより始まるのだ。貨物。
Izai, priest son that he is, ends with his usual catchphrase and leaves my house laughing. What's with him? He leaves me with his cryptic comments. Idiot. At least he could have said goodbye. The sun is setting, so today's training ends. I'm particularly at my limit, and I still have Magecraft lessons from Tosaka tonight. I failed to land a blow on Saber like I'd hoped, but I should save at least some energy for tonight. It's also my turn to prepare dinner tonight. Saber went to wash up after me, so she won't be back for a while.
ただいまー。お、ちゃんと晩ご飯作ってるな、シロ。
Oh yeah, it's his turn.
えらいえらい、感心感心。
Fujine bursts into the living room, practically a bundle of energy, and immediately dives into a cushion on the floor. Unlike Saber, who needs to sleep over half the day, Fujine is like this all day, every day. I bet it's no different when she's asleep.
ねえ、シロ。このリンゴ食べていいの？
No, no apples for you, Fujine. Done. He's holding one of the many apples on the table. Sure, there's a bunch. As you can see, everyone should eat 3 a day.
そうなの？じゃあアップルパイでも作ろうか。主にシロがなんだけど。
Of course she means that Shiro should make the apple pie. Of course she means that. Fujine takes a casual bite to the apple as she makes her suggestion. I had put some apples I'd already washed out on the table, but I guess she's not the sort to care. What a waste of the get well gift. Misunderstanding or no, shouldn't she be a little more considerate about the gift my friend gave me out of concern? For once, I should give her a piece of my mind. Okay, chat, what are we doing? Are we giving Fujine... are we asking Fujine where her gift is? She's actually going... Should I hide out because she's forcing me to make a pie? Or don't worry about apples, Fujine, eat some tangerines. Which choice should we go for, chat? Choice 1, choice 2, or choice 3? One vote for the tangerines? Anybody else? All right. All right, so we're gonna go with don't worry about the apples, Fujine. Eat some tangerines. Fujine, you can have some apples if you want, but you better eat your quota of tangerines. We still have a whole box of them left, you know. Oh, sorry, we already, missed. I apologize. Didn't wait quite long enough for that second vote to come in.
Oh, 嫌なこと思い出しちゃった。もうみかんは食べ飽きたよ。
Fujine's fangs, her teeth, dig into an apple while she complains. What do you mean you're tired of them? That's why I was against it to begin with. There's just me, Sakura, and you in the house, but you bought over 10 pieces of mochi and 3 boxes of tangerines. You obviously bought too much for New Year's. It's already February and we still have a whole box left. If you let them go bad, you're paying for them.
つかぬことを聞くけど、みかんってどのくらいで傷むのかな。
Well, about 2 weeks to a month at room temperature, so they're nearly done for. Well, I'm storing them in a cold room, so we should have a little more time?
ゲゲ。じゃあ今まさに食べ頃腐り頃。
Fujine, I beg of you, never lie on your own. I've heard some really scary stories about food poisoning. If you live alone, you should at least check the expiration dates on food and be very careful when you eat fish in summer.
大丈夫。そん時はシロんとこにお邪魔するから平気。
Wait, how would that be any different than now? You're always over at Chiro's for every meal anyway. So how is that different than any other day?
余り物でいいからちょうだいね。
Again, how is that different? You take the leftovers with you. Like hell I'd give you my leftovers, you dummy. You have a huge appetite. If you're going to come for a meal, I'd just make enough for you too. I huff as I turn away to go back to preparing dinner.
じゃあ私いっぱい稼いで食費入れてあげる。
I suppose we could go that
シロは
route.
キリツグさんと同じで解消なしだからいつもお金に困ってそうだし。
Hey, that's mean. Calling us good for nothing. Jeez. Big talk coming from you. Why'd you get so many tangerines anyway? You know Sakura doesn't like those kinds of fruit, and I don't eat much of them either. I might as well ask the question that's been bothering me since, well, New Year's.
別に。あ、けどオレンジペコって響きいいよね。
Well, I was a fool to expect sense from Fujine. I finished preparing dinner. It's past 7. Saber and Fujine are in the living room, and Tosaka, who's usually here by now, isn't. I hope nothing's happened to her. I don't think Tosaka is the type to get into trouble, but I also know she sometimes makes huge mistakes. I guess I'll go check it out. If it's just looking around the house, I should be fine alone. I head out to the hallway. As I'm about to leave the house, Tosaka walks in wearing her coat. Tosaka?
ただいま。何？エプロン姿でお出迎え？割と似合ってるじゃない、そういうの。
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing Shiro running to the door in his apron. Actually, yeah, that might be not the greatest look for him. Tosaka jokes casually, but her face is completely expressionless. That's scary. The people who can joke like that with such a straight face are the most terrifying sort of people. Tosaka, what were you? The moment I tried to ask her what happened, I spot blood on her hand. It's a small blood stain, and her index finger is swollen. Does that mean... Tosaka, I have a bad feeling and I can't keep it quiet.
何よ。つまんないことなら聞かないわよ。
Actually, did you maybe punch somebody?
ごめんと。何かとやかましいシンジにナックルパートを見舞いしてきたわ。
That's not giving Shinji a piece of your mind, that's giving Shinji a piece of your fist. There's a difference. One is done with words and the other is done with action. Tosaka huffs and passes right by me. Okay, so she gave him a knuckle sandwich? Then the bloodstain and swollen finger would make sense. Hey, wait! What do you mean next stream follow a man that wears liquid gold? Please clarify. Hold up. What do you mean you hit Shinji, Tosaka?
うるさいわね。気に食わなかったからギッタンにしてやっただけよ。
To a pulp? When you mean with your fists? You did it with your bare fists?
ベアもベア。グリズリー級にベアよ。
Tosaka snorts again. A brief silence. I don't know what to say, so I keep my mouth shut. An awkward silence stretches between us. Let me get back to the point. You said you punched Shinji. Why did you have to do that?
殴って当然じゃない。私に自分と組めたの、シローは使えないやつだから見限れたの言うからよ。人を呼びつけておいてつまんないこと言うから、殴りつけて黙らせたの。
Had to quiet him down by punching him. Follow a man that wears a hockey team that means liquid gold. Okay, so follow the Oilers fan. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I'm just answering a quick text. Isn't that short-sighted even for you, Tosaka? Okay, yeah, I think I understand now. They're King Ultima 75. It wasn't exactly clear when with your last chat message there. Thank you for clarifying. Or maybe Shinji said something so stupid that he actually pissed Tosaka off, even though she's usually so level-headed.
何よその目。言っとくけど、被害者は私の方よ。
Are you really the victim here, Tosaka? I think it goes both ways. But why would Shinji talk to you about something like that? He asked me if I wanted to team up with him.
さあ、あいつシローにライバル意識でもあるんじゃない？私とシローが一緒に住んでるって教えてからかなりおかしくなってたし。
What, you told him we were living together? You told Shinji about us?
ええ、話したわよ。昨日の朝だったかな。シンジのやつ、私を呼びつけて、僕もマスターになったから遠坂と同じさ、なんて偉そうに言ってくるんだもの。なんか頭にきてね。それじゃあシローも同じよって言ってやったの。それで身の程を知ったかなって思ったのに、ついさっきうちの前で待ち伏せしてたってわけ。で、悪いけどもうエミヤくんの家で暮らしているから、あんたみたいな半端なマスターと協力する
Wait,
気
you
はない
did this right outside that...
何？もしかしてまずかった？
Can you not beat people up outside my front door, please, Tosaka? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Shinji was already smitten with Tosaka, so what she told him is just adding fuel to the fire. Well, but still, now it all makes sense. I figured out why Shinji's been so hostile towards Tosaka and why he's being so persistent about asking her to team up with him. Meaning he...
けど不思議よね。シンジのやつ、なんだって私にこだわるのかしら。あいつの性格から言って誰かと協力するなんて考えは浮かばないと思うんだけど。
Actually, it's because Rin is special to Shinji. Nothing strange about any of this. I think you're special to Shinji. He's originally from a mage family, right? I think he admires you since you're also from a mage family, but you still have power and a proper lineage. That's why he's so persistent with Tosaka. I think Rin's been a target of Shinji's affection since long before the Holy Grail War started.
え？ちょっとそりゃ好意を持たれるのは嬉しいけど。
It must have been a real surprise. Tosaka looks completely bewildered.
ああ、思い出した。そういえば1年の頃、シンジに告白されてたわ、私。
And you turned his ass down then too. For a moment, her expression as she realizes what she'd obviously forgotten is almost comical. Ah, I sympathize with Shinji just now.
うわあ、どう 人で懲りずに話しかけてくるはずだ。納得したわ。
Hey, it's about time you figured it out, Rin. Well, whatever. So, how did you reply?
ああ、断ったんじゃない？
You guess you rejected him. You're only guessing that you rejected him?
私、勝負事は先出しじゃないと気が済まないの。やるなら自分からっていうか、相手から勝負を仕掛けられても乗れないっていうか。
Tosaka thinks really hard, but she's acting as if she really doesn't remember. I'm astonished. She might be entirely driven by her emotions. Tosaka, I bet you're really bad at rock, paper, scissors. Wait, what does rock, paper, scissors have to do with any of this?
嘘、なんであんたがそんなこと知ってるのよ。
Okay, so I wasn't expecting her to actually admit to being terrible at rock, paper, scissors? I knew it. If she likes to make the first move, she's probably not great when she has to react to someone else. Use the soy sauce for that, Saber. Don't you dare put any mayonnaise on it. What are we trying to put mayonnaise on?
そうでしたか。いえ、タイガがそちらをかけているので、私もそうするべきなのかと。
No, absolutely not, Saber. You are not allowed to do anything that not Tosaka, sorry, anything that Taiga does. You're just not allowed. Okay? Okay, glad we got that straight. Fujine's just clowning around. She's hardly a good role model, so be careful from now on.
そうでしたか。以前は桜を参考にしていたので、シローに注意されることはなかったのですが。
Well, I'm not mad about it. I took the time to make the meal, so I just want you to enjoy it. So, back to our conversation.
シロー、おかわり。お味噌汁は具だくさんね。
Seriously, Fujine, how about you, get your seconds yourself? For once in your silly little life. Got it. What about you, Saber? We trained harder than usual today, so you might be hungrier.
私は特に。ですが念のため、もう一杯いただいておきます。
Got it. If I find you woke up in the middle of the night and raided the fridge because you were too hungry to sleep, I might die of shock.
ひどい。あれは私じゃないよ。見知らぬ泥棒さんが冷蔵庫を荒らしていっただけだい。
I don't believe you, Taiga. Nobody does. You can't get out of this. You raided the fridge. Just admit it. Then go tell that burglar to eat her vegetables as well as meat. And tell her not to eat all the dessert in the fridge if that's what she wants really, if that's what she was really after. Honestly, you're not like a hungry wild beast or anything.
なに？私を虎と呼ぶな！
I don't recall calling you a tiger, at least not in the last, 10 minutes. Whoa, I didn't say anything about you. Yo, who in their right mind would throw a piping hot daikon radish at me, you idiot?
シロ、台所の方で鍋が沸騰しているようですが。
Oh, hold on, Fujine, I need to turn the fire off.
よろしい。鶏肉とゆで卵の醤油煮を早く持ってくるのだ。
Soy sauce braised chicken. That sounds really damn tasty. I might have to try that one day. On it. I'm leaving Fujine in your hands, Saber.
はいどうぞ慌てずに調理をしてくださいシロ
Oh, oh. I get up. Oh, that reminds me. Why has Tosaka been so quiet this whole time? Tosaka, are you not liking dinner?
別に何でもないから話しかけないで
What do we do now? Like, geez. She turns her head away grimly. She's not the type to dwell on things like Shinji for so long, so there must be something else bothering her. Fujine goes home satisfied after dinner. Saber and Tosaka are in the living room. At first, that had been awkward, but after training with Saber for the last 2 days, it doesn't feel that way anymore. Saber, you can go to bed. I'll do the rest.
いいえシロが眠るまでは私も起きていますシロの魔術がどれほどの腕なのかリンから聞きたいとこ
He
ろで
doesn't
もあり
have
ま
any
すから
skills in Magecraft. We already figured this out. Got it. Then let's go to Tosaka's room early. You don't mind, Tosaka?
ええ構わないけどズイブンとセイバーと仲良くなったのねあなた
Huh? For some reason, Tosaka says this with the same miffed tone she had when we were eating dinner.
部屋で待ってるから後片付けが終わったら来てそれと明日からは私も学校を休むから午後は私のところに来なさいよねシロリンに何かしたのですか彼女は怒っているように見えま
We
したが
haven't figured that out yet, Saber, okay? We're not sure what we did to her since she got home to piss her off. You think that too, Saber? I don't know. I don't think I've done anything to make her mad. Saber and I face each other and tilt our heads. We have no idea why Tosaka's so angry.
それじゃあ出始めにこのランプを強化してみて周りのガラスの強度だけ上げればいいから
Tosaka hands me an old-looking lamp. I sit on the floor. I cup the lamp with my hands and take a deep breath. Tosaka says it like it's so easy, but I'm all tense from nervousness. I've been trying this every night, but with a success rate below 0.0 or 0.1%. Ouch, that is a terrible success rate. Tosaka says she wants to see what I can do to measure my skill, but there's nothing to measure if my strengthening doesn't work in the first place. I try to shake off any distractions. Right now, I need to focus on the lamp. The blueprint of the lamp pops into my head. The material of the glass, its composition, the flow of its power, I can see it as if it were a network of blood vessels. Then all I have to do is infuse my magical energy into those vessels. I just have to do what I always do. The sensation of a burning metal rod sliding down my spine. All I have to do is let that burning nerve into myself, however much it shouldn't exist in a human body, and let it fuse with me. As long as it works, all I have to do is pour the right amount of magical energy into the glass. It shatters. I couldn't control myself and end up using more magical energy than I should have, and the glass shattered. I looked timidly at Tosaka.
やっぱりそうじゃないかって思ってたんだけど、本当にそうだったか。
What do you mean, Tosaka?
そんなの決まってるでしょ。あんたの才能のなさに呆れたのよ。そもそも基本がなってない。まったくよくもそんなデタラメな方法で魔力を生成できるもんだって感心するわよ。
Tosaka, are you mad?
当たり前じゃない。こんな基本的な問題を抱えたまま鍛錬してきたあんたにも呆れてるし、間違いを正さなかったあんたの死には殺意さえ覚えるわ。なんだってあんたはこんな遠回りなことになってるのよ。
Because it's the only way he knows how to. Nobody else has shown him how to do this stuff. I get it, but don't badmouth my old man. It's my own fault that I don't have talent. He's got nothing to do with it.
関係あるわよ。仮にも弟子にしたんなら教え子の道を正すのが師匠じゃない。
Except that Kiritsugu pretty much refused to teach Shiro magic, so, I mean, wasn't his job as a teacher to correct anything since he wasn't being a teacher.
そりゃもういない人に当たっても仕方がないけど、それにしたってあんたの師匠は初めの手順を間違えているわ。
Tosaka clearly still angry, takes something that looks like a can out of her bag. It looks like a can filled with colorful hard candy, the sort of thing children overseas might like. I've seen similar containers in Japan too. They hold a variety of different flavored candies. The white ones are mint.
シロ、
These
Yeah,
aren't
that's
candies. 100% not candies. I do as she asks. Tosaka shakes out the can and a red candy drops into my hand.
はい、それ飲んで。
What? Again, I do as she asks. It's not sweet. Actually, it has no flavor at all. That's because it's not candy, you silly person. The vast majority of Tosaka's magecraft revolves around the use of gems, meaning, Tosaka just asked Shiro to swallow a small ruby. And the texture is more like rock than candy. That's because it is rock. Oh my god, it's not candy, it's a freaking ruby. I forced myself to swallow it. Oh, ouch, my throat's tingling. What was that, Tosaka? Well, I mean, technically, anything that you could swallow is, I guess, technically edible? There are some things that one wouldn't go and, make their first choice for eating, and gems are probably at the top of that list.
何って宝石に決まってるじゃない。見てわからなかった？
Yeah, he thought it was like a giant red jujube. She says it so casually, but it's totally outrageous. What, a jewel? Why?
仕方ないでしょ。薬も用意してきたんだけど、白を矯正するにはそんなものじゃ効かないの。だから一番強いのでスイッチを開くしかないなって。
Well, that's not the point. Why did you make me swallow a jewel? I can't digest that.
あのね、 不安がるならもっと別のことを不安がりなさい。ただの宝石じゃないんだから。
Of course, it wasn't an ordinary jewel.
今のはまだ分かってないあなたに無理やり分からせるための強制装置。そろそろ解き始める頃だから気合い入れてないと気絶するわよ。
You say that I'm going to faint so casually. Just as I say that, it starts to get weird. What? My body is burning. My limbs are starting to go numb. Heat builds up in my back in a flare of what I can only describe as pain. I furrow my brow and try to concentrate, or I know I'll fall over. What did... I know. I know this feeling. This is the feeling of failure. This is my body reacting when it fails to construct a magical circuit inside me.
大丈夫。苦しいでしょうけど、今の状態を維持していれば少しずつ楽になるわ。もっとも体の熱さだけは 2,3 週間続くだろうけど。
It very well might have been infused with magical mushrooms. Wouldn't put it past Tosaka. I really wouldn't. I really want to respond, but I can't stay composed enough to do so. All I can do is muster the strength to stay balanced so I don't topple over.
いい？魔術師と人間の違いっていうのはスイッチがあるかないかなの。このスイッチっていうのは魔術回路のオンオフだってのはわかるでしょ？ほら、そこにお湯を沸かせる電気ポットがあるじゃない？魔術師っていうのはそれなの。で、普通の人はお湯は沸かせないけど、お湯を似たようで違うものなのよ、私たちは。お湯を沸かすスイッチのあるなしはもう個人ではどうしようもない問題でしょ？生まれつき、いえ、作られる時に電気ポットか保温瓶か分けられるんだもの。スイッチがない人には一生魔術なんて体験できない。
See, and Shiro's problem here is that he doesn't know how to instinctively flip that switch on and off.
いい？あなたは素人だけど魔術回路は確かにある。つまり適性はあるのよ。だから一度でも魔術回路を体内に作ってしまえば、あとは切り替えるだけでいい。スイッチを押して自分の中でオンとオフを切り替えるだけで魔力はなるわ。
I'll calm my breathing. Just as Tosaka said, so long as I maintain my composure, things don't get worse.
魔術回路を作るのは一度だけでいいのよ。だっていうのに、あなたは毎回一から魔術回路を作って自分の中に組み込もうとしている。それは無駄なの。一度でも体内に確立したものなら、あとは切り替えるだけでいいんだから。
Yeah, see, what most mages do is once they have their magic crest, they just turn it on, use the magical energy to produce whatever desired effect they're going for, and then turn their magic crest back off again. But what Shiro's been doing this whole time is literally from scratch, every time he uses a spell, creating a new magic circuit. So he's wasting the vast majority of the energy that he's using to try to cast any spell.
本来ね、魔術回路を成し得た者は次にいつでも切り替えられる鍛錬を受けるのよ。けどあなたの死はそれをしなかった。だから毎回死の危険性を負って魔術回路を作るなんて真似をしてる。いえ、もしかしたらあなたの父親も 同じ勘違いをしていたのかもしれないけど。
I exhale. Sensation is starting to return to my limbs.
ずっと間違って鍛錬してきたあなたのスイッチは閉じている。こうなっちゃうと力技でこじ開けてシロの体にスイッチがあるって分からせなくちゃいけないでしょ。いい？今の宝石はね、そのスイッチを強制的にオンにするものよ。だからシロはずっとそのまま。元の状態に戻りたかったらシロ自身の力でオフにするしかない。
Wow, she's really trialing by fire, poor Shiro. We're gonna turn your magic crest on, and now we're gonna let you try and figure out how to turn it back off again.
それができたのなら、あとは宝石の助けなんていらないわ。以後は比較的簡単な精神の作用で、あなたは魔術回路を操れるようになる。
I get that, but can't we do something about this burning sensation? She keeps telling me to turn off the switch, but how the hell am I supposed to do that?
もう喋れるの？自身のコントロールはうまいんだ。なら思ったより早く元に戻れるかもね。スイッチそのものは今の状態を落ち着けよう、早く楽になろうって体の方で勝手にオフにしてくれるから、あとはそのスピードを自分の意思で速くするだけね。簡単でしょ。
It's not. I don't get it. You say there's a switch, but it doesn't feel real to me.
今はそうだけど、そのうち明確にイメージできるようになるわ。頭の中にポンってボタンが浮かぶようになるから、あとはそれを切り替えるだけで、とりあえず魔術回路は簡単に開けるようになるわよ。
I hope so, but I just feel sick right now.
でしょうね。シロ、今まで強化の魔術を使ったらすぐに魔術回路を閉じてたでしょ。今はその逆でずっと魔術回路が開いている状態だもの。いつでも全力疾走しているようなものだから苦しいのは当たり前よ。けど魔術師ならそれぐらいは必須条件なんだから。マスターとして戦うって言うんならスイッチのオンオフはきっとシローの助けになる。
I know, you took me by surprise, but I appreciate what you did. You're right, once I grasp the idea of this switch, it'll help a lot.
分かってるじゃない。けど感謝される言われなんてないわよ。私は協力者であるあんたが弱いままだと困るから手助けしてるだけなんだから。
Tosaka huffs and looks away. Maybe it's because my body's all warm? But dazed as I am, I find myself thinking that Tosaka might just be a good person.
何よ、人の顔ジロジロ見て。
Maybe we'll take that back. Nothing, I just thought you weren't really being honest.
そう、そんな軽口を叩けるなんて余裕あるじゃないエミヤくん。そんなに元気なら続けて教えても大丈夫よね。
Tosaka grins wickedly and draws closer. Hey, Dawson! Yeah, we're already on part 8. Hold on a minute. I still can't move a muscle. So, what is she? Hey!
それじゃあもう一度強化をしてみて。今のあなたじゃ魔力のコントロールもできないだろうけど、その状態に慣れてもらわないと戦力にならないわ。大丈夫。ランプは山ほど持ってきたし、何十回失敗するかわからないけど、強化が成功するま
I
で
don't know, myself, I'm kind of shocked that we're already on part 8 as well. It's been going really good. She smiles, and even though I can hardly move, she hands me a lamp. Tosaka, this is brutal. It's like forcing someone to walk a tightrope while they have a 40-degree fever. Tosaka glares at me. Her penetrating stare is accusing. Sorry?
私の見通しが甘かった。まさか30個全部壊されるなんて思いもしなかった。
Maybe you should have even conceived that you wouldn't be able to do this.
悪いけど今日の鍛錬はこれでおしまいよ。シローの強化を測れる道具がないから。
Besides, you already broke all the lamps she brought anyway. Come on, at least I tried. I tried hard, even though my body was burning up like it'd been thrown into a boiling kettle. I tried, but in the end, I didn't manage to succeed in my magecraft a single time. You know, if it's just the glass that's broken, you can fix it. I saw you fix the broken window in my house the other day.
無理。あれは普通に破損したものでしょ。こっちはシローの魔力に耐えきれなくなって割れたものだもの。他人の魔力を帯びたものに干渉するのは難しい。
Yeah, see, the window she repaired was broken with Shiro's body, not his magical energy. Fixing something that was broken with magical energy is much harder to do. Oh, yeah?
そうよ。いいからシローは休んでいいわ。今日はスイッチを呼び起こしただけでよしとしましょう。コントロールできるようになったらこの続きを教えるから。
I appreciate the chance to rest, but what else are you going to teach me?
シロー強化しかできないんでしょ。前にそれしか使えないって言ってたけど、それならもう少し上級の変化ぐらいまで持っていけるかもしれない。強化と変化、それに投影の魔術について教わったことはない？
That would be a negatory. He has never been taught what strengthening, alteration, and or projection magecraft are. I have a little. Strengthening is, as the word suggests, used to strengthen something. Most people typically think of strengthening as just making something harder, but it actually involves enhancing the object's attributes and effects. A sword gets sharper, a lamp glows brighter, and so on. Alteration doesn't need much explanation. For example, you can't start a fire using blades. Alteration is when some ability beyond the object's usual traits is imbued into it. And then projection is... Wait, what is projection again? I remember my old man saying that word a lot, but...
強化と変化は知ってるんでしょ。なら投影もおのずと想像はつくと思うけど。まあ、要するに物を複製するって魔術よ。強化や変化みたいに元からあるものに手を加える魔術じゃないわ。
The one thing she's not saying about projection magic is that it is the one magecraft that is one step shy or one step removed from being on par with the 5 true magics of the Fate universe.
基本的には無から1から10を全て自分の魔力で構成するものだから難易度的には最高ね。けど魔力ってのは使い捨てでしょ。投影で作り上げたものはすぐに消えてしまうのよ。10の魔力を使って作り上げた投影の剣と1の魔力で強化させた剣とでは強化の剣の方が強くなる。強化は手を加えるだけでいいから効率がいいってわけ。その点投影は魔力を使いすぎるからメジャーに使われる魔術じゃないわ。
It's because with projection magic, it's literally how close your projection is to the actual thing is completely determined by how much mana you pour into that projection. Oh, I remember now. My old man said something similar. He said it wasn't worth it, so I shouldn't pursue it.
そういうこと。さあ、質問が済んだのなら終わりにしましょう。足元もおぼつかないようだし、部屋の前までぐらいは送っていってあげるから。
Tosaka helps me to my room, and Saber is waiting for me by the veranda corridor.
お疲れ様でした、二人とも。
I don't even have the strength to answer. I just nod in thanks and head into my room.
シローはどうですか、リン。ダメ、すっごくダメ。あいつ才能ないわ。
It's a typical merciless Tosaka response. And then the next thing I know, I'm staring up at the night sky. Tonight, I'm not trying to run away because I'm anxious around Saber. I'm just trying to let the night wind cool my burning body and to think about what Tosaka taught me. Once I can use my switch, then I'll be able to think about the next steps. If I can't even manage the simple task of strengthening, I don't know what the future might hold for me. I tried to infuse magical energy into a wooden plank I dragged out from the shed as I mumbled to myself. A cracking sound echoes up to me. The plank cracks and my strengthening fails. I can see its structure fine, but I don't understand why I can't control my magical energy. Tosaka said I was putting too much power into it. She even said that I should just use small amounts of magical energy and focus on reinforcing an object's weak points. So she's basically telling me to take it easy. She doesn't have to remind me. Problem is, I can't manage to ease up. If only there was a good way to relax. The sound of barely audible footsteps reach my ears. This is the second time I've sensed that presence. What? I don't need anything from you.
それは私も同じだ。だが、リンが気に病んでいるようなのでな。見るに見かねたというやつだ。
I throw the plank away, glaring at Archer. Archer seems curious about the plank. He picks it up.
強化の魔術か。にしても、ひどい出来だ。
We totally have been ragging on ourselves all evening about that. Thanks for the help on that front there, Archer. If we want your opinion on how pathetic we are, we'll give it to you. Alright? What? Yeah, I know I'm not a fully trained mage. I feel bad for making your master take on extra work for me.
いや、そうではない。これに関しては、リンも間違えている。
What do you mean?
元からあるものに手を加える。それは高望みしすぎだ。そんなことができるほど、お前は器用ではあるまい。
He's just saying whatever he wants, but I can't think of a response. He's right. I know I'm not skilled, and it's my own fault I can't do magecraft properly. There's no point in taking it out on him.
どうした？昨夜ほどの元気はないか？
Shut up. I'm just not saying anything because you're right. It's all my fault for not being good enough. I huff and look away. I don't know how he interpreted that, but
お前はある意味死に恵まれていないのかもしれないな。
Archer almost sounds impressed for a moment. That's not true. My old man and Tosaka are good teachers. I'm the one who can't learn.
だからだ。お前相手にはな、何も分かっていない魔術師の方がうまく作用する。天才には凡人の悩みは分からない。リンは優等生すぎるから落ちこぼれであるお前の間違いに気がつかないのだ。
I don't really get what Archer is trying to say. I don't get it, but if I had to guess... I don't get it. Are you trying to pick a fight? If so, bring it on.
それも間違いだ。エミやシロは格闘には向かない。
Ouch, that's just plain mean.
お前の戦いは精神の戦い。己との戦いであるべきだからだ。
They say a mage's battle is a mental one. I already know that. But if we're gonna fight, it should be with our fists.
まったく。これではセイバーも苦労しよう。
Archer despises me from the bottom of his heart. I've never seen his eyes like this. They seem filled with real disappointment and anger.
一度しか言わんからよく聞け。いいか。戦いになればエミやシローに勝ち目などない。お前のスキルでは何をやってもサーバントには通じない。
Saber already told me that. I won't win in a battle. No matter what grand scheme I try, I have no chance of victory.
ならばせめてイメージしろ。現実で叶わない相手なら想像の中で勝て。自身が勝てないのなら勝てるものを幻想しろ。所詮お前にできることなどそれぐらいしかないのだから。
I don't know why, but Archer's words strike a chord within me. My heart's telling me not to forget them. More than anyone else, I know I should never forget what this man's saying.
どうかしているな。殺すべき相手に助言をするなど。どうやら私にもリンの甘さが映ったようだ。
All of a sudden, Archer disappears. Archer's supposed to be keeping watch. He must have gone back to the roof where he can do that best. What's with him? I complain to the empty air. Naturally, there's no response. While Archer's words echo in my mind, the cold air blows over my flushed body. I'm dreaming. It must be because my blood is feverish and my entire body is throbbing. Something I'd rather not have to remember plays out in my dream. This is my oldest memory. It's also a memory I can't escape. It's a scene from 10 years ago, and one I usually try not to think back on. I can never erase it from my memory, though. It's not that I forgot. It's not even that I want to forget. It's just that it already happened. So it's not especially painful. And I don't really feel any anger about it either. The past is the past. I can't return to it. I can't redo it. All that happened is that I escaped and lived on. Looking forward is all I can do. Nobody told me to do that, but I've thought about that even if just vaguely since I was a kid. I can't forget or deny the past. The only way to keep the memory of what we lost alive is to acknowledge it. It's hot. I wake up to find my body is still burning up. I must have wound up falling asleep out in the cold air last night. Inside this dimly lit shed with me and... Oh, hey, where did Saber come from? Saber?
目が覚めましたか、シロ。部屋を抜け出すのは構いませんが、ここで眠るのはだらしがないのではありませんか。
Oh, morning. Well, I was burning up last night and I went outside. I got sleepy.
見ればわかります。説明はいいですから、次からは気をつけてください。マスターにこのような場所で休息を取られては、私の立場がありませんから。
Sorry. I'll try to sleep in my own room next time.
分かっていただければ助かります。ところでシロ、先ほどから大河が呼んでいるのですが。
Fujine? What's she want?
朝食の問題ではないでしょうか。朝食の時間はとうに過ぎていますから。
What? It's already past Crap, I overslept.
そうですね。シローが最後に起きるのは珍しい。よほど昨夜のリンとの鍛錬が答えたのでしょう。
Saber provides a calm analysis of the situation. But I don't have time for idle chit-chat. I know you went out of your way to wake me up, but go on back ahead of me. I'll hurry up, get changed, then head to the kitchen.
はい。それでは、できる限り大河をなだめているとしましょう。
Well, you can just take a page out of Rin's book for calming people down and punch her in the face. Saber turns and heads back to the house. Calm Fujine? Saber sure has adapted well to our morning routine. I dash to the kitchen. I ignore Fujine's jeers and prepare breakfast as quickly as I can. Sorry to keep you waiting. There's not much time before school starts, so hurry up and eat. I plop breakfast onto the table.
No!
Suddenly, Fujine explodes, practically spitting fire.
何これ？焼いたトーストだけじゃない。シロ、なんで今日の朝ごはんこれだけなのよ。
Hey, I overslept. I don't have time to make anything else. And breakfast without... And a breakfast with toast is typically just that. It's just missing salad, egg. So there's not a huge difference. In what reality does, a toast breakfast typically come with egg and salad? Like, I'd like to know what reality Shiro's living in, because I want to live there too.
大差なんてあります。ね、みんなもそう思うでしょ？
Fujine tries to appeal to Saber and Tosaka, who both eat in silence. This isn't going in her favor. Neither of them is as gluttonous as Fujine. She's barking up the wrong tree.
そうね。藤村先生じゃないけど、こんな手抜きは容認できないかな。パン食を舐めてるとしか思えないわ。
Hey, wait a minute. I thought she didn't eat breakfast to begin with. Now why she's sighing all disappointed. That's way out of character.
ほら、みんなシロが悪いって。多数決で決定したから反省した後、ちゃんとした朝ごはんを提供すること。
That's so unfair. Besides, if I start making a dish now, you're going to be late. Fujine, it's already 7:30 and you need to do the whole running out of the house with a piece of toast hanging from your mouth thing. Give it up.
いいよ。私、遅刻か空腹かの選択なら朝ごはんを尊重するから。
She has a choice between being late and being hungry. She chooses late. You know what? I agree. If I'm gonna be late or hungry, I choose to be late. That's nuts. What kind of teacher even are you? Just eat your toast and go to school. I absolutely refuse to make anything else, even if it kills me.
もう、シロったら変なところで真面目なんだから。そんなじじくさいこと言ってると、すぐおじいさんになっちゃうんだからね。
You don't need to remind me. Thanks to you, I'm practically an old man already. I huff and take a bite of toast. Okay, she might be right. There is something kind of sad about there being so many people here and then only having toast for breakfast. The sounds of clashing shinai echo through the dojo. Each bout goes essentially the same as they had the days before. Saber casually sweeps my desperate strikes aside and counterattacks far, far more effectively. I barely manage to block and continually strike back, only for Saber to repose, and I lose every time. I stop breathing heavy, shoulders heaving, wiping sweat from my brow. I work to get my breathing under control.
何を休んでいるのですか？昨日までのシロならそこで諦めるようなことはなかったはずです。さあ、早く打ち込んできてください。
Hold on, I need to catch my breath. A little break, please.
何をらしくないことを。シロが来ないというのでしたら、私から攻め込むだけですが、それでも構わないのですね。
Saber stares down at her poor student. My body just won't listen, no matter how she looks at me.
はあ、一体どうしたのです、シロ。今朝のあなたは今までとは別人のようです。まっすぐに打ち込んでくる太刀だけは目を見張るものがあったというのに、今朝のシロには力強さを感じません。
I know that, I really do. I just can't do almost anything today. My situation has drastically changed since yesterday.
体の熱がまだ取れないのですか？ですが、そんな理由で体のキレが落ちるようでは話になりません。少し頭を冷やして気持ちを入れ替えてください。
I point towards our audience standing by the wall.
何？ 私に構わなくていいから訓練を続けていいわよ。
Tosaka doesn't get it. I can't concentrate on fighting Saber with her staring at me like that.
リンが気になるのですか。それこそ修行不足ですね。いいでしょう。それでしたら見学者のことなど気にならないようにして差し上げます。
Uh-oh. Whoa, hold up, Saber. I still haven't caught my breath.
問題はありません。そのようなものは戦いの最中に整えるものです。
I love Saber's. That won't be a problem. I don't care if you can't breathe. We're fighting. Saber suddenly vanishes. The moment I realize I'm in danger, I raise my shinai to guard my face. Saber strikes me right on the head. It was a rough morning. After getting knocked out, I stopped worrying about Tosaka watching. My focus went entirely to blocking Saber's attack, and the next thing I knew, it was lunchtime.
けどあれよね、セイバーって本当に冷静よね。3時間もシローと試合してて眉一つ動かさないんだから。普段も無口だけど戦闘時はさらに磨きがかかるっていうか、何もう無機質みたいな感じ。
I'm not sure if it's because she enjoyed seeing me get knocked around, but Tosaka is in a good mood. The two are resting in the living room. As for me, I'm preparing lunch by myself as punishment for my lax approach to training this morning. Unbelievable. I want to just make something easy like cold somen noodles.
無機質ですか。そうですね。そう意識したことはありませんが、剣を握っている時は感情を止めているのかもしれません。それは試合といえども変わりはないのでしょう。
何？それって女の身で剣を持つための心構えってやつ？体格で劣っているから心だけは負けないようにって。
それは違います、リン。冷静であるのは戦う時の心構えですが、それは男
Wait, that is true. Maintaining one's composure in battle is key, whether you're a man or a woman. It really doesn't matter. As long as you're composed, you should come out of it not terrible.
リンとて戦闘時には情を捨てるはずです。あなたはそれができる人ですから。
言ってくれるじゃない。まあそりゃ事実だけどさ。
Well, it's not like she did say anything to you, Rin, like you... It's not like she wasn't talking to you like you talked to everybody else, okay, Rin? Come on.
けどセイバーのは私とは違うわよ、絶対。私は捨ててるのは甘さだけだもの。あなたほど達観はできないわ。
そのようですね。だからあなたは華やかなのでしょう。戦いの中でも女性のしなやかさを保っていられる。
何よ、嫌味？華やかさで言ったらあなたにはかなわないわ。シローがあっちにいるから白状するけどね、私初めてあなたを見た瞬間にすっごい美人だなって見とれたんだから。
I can hear you, Tosaka.
それはリンの思い違いでしょう。この身が華やかに見えたのなら、それは私ではなくセイバーというクラスが華やかなだけではないでしょうか。
そんなんじゃないってば。純粋にね、同じ女として負けたって思ったんだもの。そうでもなければあそこまでショックは受けなかったわよ。
ですからそれが間違いです。私は一度も自身を女性だと思ったことはないし、一度も女性として扱われたことは
Until
あ
you
り
met
ません。
Shiro, that is. He can't help himself.
その私が華やかであるはずがない。
Saber's words bring the conversation to an end. As I listen in, kitchen knife in hand, I find myself getting irritated by what Saber's saying. I've always wondered, what does she think she is? I chop the chicken a bit harder than I need to. For some reason, I'm annoyed.
私は自分を女性だと思ったことはありません。
Not that it has anything to do with me. I slam my knife down onto the cutting board as if it were a hammer. It doesn't help me feel any better.
今日の課題はそれね。昨日より数は増やしたし、そっちの体も落ち着いてるみたいだから、今度こそ成功するでしょ。
We'll see about that. He might get it right, maybe. I have no idea how she carried them here, but Tosaka reveals about 40 lamps.
私はちょっと外に出てるわ。しばらく経ったら戻ってくるから、それまでに終わらせておきなさい。
Tosaka leaves her room. All right. It's only been a night, but I hope I can succeed at least a couple of times. Ooh. I think I got half done. It took an hour to work on strengthening about 20 lamps. Half of them shattered, and nothing at all happened to the other half. Of those that didn't change, maybe 5 looked like they've been infused with magical energy. Now, for the remaining 20. Hold on, wouldn't 5 be enough for a test? All the lamps look like antiques. I'd feel bad about breaking more of them. Yeah. All right, chat. Do we wait patiently or go call Tosaka? What do you guys think? Go call Tosaka or wait patiently? This will probably be the last choice of the evening. We'll probably wrap it up here in about 20 minutes. Okay, so we have 1 vote for call Tosaka. Anyone else want to throw their vote in? All right, going once, going twice. I should call Tosaka back. I shouldn't break any more lamps. Actually, I really shouldn't be talking big after breaking over 40 lamps. Hey, Tosaka. I call out to her, but there's no answer. That's weird. Did she step out of the house? Where else might Tosaka go? There's someone in the shed. It sounds like Tosaka and Saber are talking inside. Hey, Tosa. The instant I lift my hand to call out to her, A chill runs up my spine. I think it's because I can feel Tosaka's magical energy seeping from the shed. It pulses with enmity. What the? I immediately stop calling for her. Even from here, I can tell Tosaka is agitated. But I can hear the two of them talking. Before I know it, I'm eavesdropping.
何者よあいつ。
Tosaka sounds both angry and nervous. Saber stands silently behind her.
信じられない。セイバー、あなたこのことに気がついてたわね。
いいえ、私には分からなかった。私は騎士であって魔術師ではない。ここには違和感があっただけで、リンほど状況を
信じられない。
いいえ、私には分からなかった。
そうなら教えてあげる。あいつは魔術師なんかじゃないわ。
リン、それはどういう意味でしょうか。
言葉通りの意味よ。
Poor Shiro's been accidentally doing some really impressive magic, and Tosaka is just a bit irritated.
魔術っていうのはね、結局は等価交換なの。どんな神秘だってよそにあるものをここに持ってきて使っているだけ。
Yeah, see, magecraft in Fate is just like alchemy. It requires equivalent exchange. Or at least it's supposed to.
けどこれは違う。あいつはどこにもないものをここに持ってきてしまっている。ここにはあってはならないものを形にしている。それは現実を侵食する想念に他ならない。あいつの魔術はきっとある魔術が劣化しただけのものなんだわ。
I have no idea what Tosaka is saying, but I definitely shouldn't be listening in on the two of them. I walk away from the shed. I'll be lying to Tosaka, but I should go back to her room and pretend I was waiting for her to come back. It's 2 o'clock. There's no sign of Tosaka returning, so I just focus on finishing my assignment. Oh, the phone's ringing. The ringing just reaches my ears from elsewhere in the house. It's in the living room. Tosaka can't... No, she won't dare pick up a phone in someone else's house. I doubt it's an important call, but I shouldn't ignore it. I stand up and head to the living room to answer the phone. There's nobody in the living room. Saber and Tosaka must be in the courtyard. Hello, Emiya residence.
Yo, Emiya. 今日も休んでいるようだけど、体の調子が悪いのかい?
All of a sudden, Shinji's voice sounds from the other end of the line, heavy with barely restrained laughter. Is that you, Shinji? What do you want? I don't think we have anything to talk about.
なんだよ、釣れないな。こっちはエミヤに一つ教えてやろうと思って電話をしたのに。
Tell me something.
ああ、どうしても話しておきたいことがあったんだけど、お前、学校に来ないじゃないか。これ以上長引くのもなんだし、もう我慢できないから連絡を入れたんだ。それで、そっちに遠坂はいるのか?
Shinji sounds kind of odd. He seems weirdly excited. I can hear other students in the background, so he must still be at school. It's still a little past 2. 5th period should be over, so I think it's break time right now.
おい、聞いてるんだよ、エミヤ。遠坂はそこにいるの。
Not right now. She just stepped away.
そうか、ちょうどいい。二人だけで話がしたかったんだ。いいこと教えてやるからさ。今から学校に来いよエミヤ。もちろん遠坂には内緒でね。
I don't know how to respond to that. Shinji's acting weird, and we're already talking. I don't see any reason to go all the way to school, and if I take off without telling Tosaka, it'd feel like a betrayal. Sorry, but I can't go to school. If you have something for me, it'll have to wait until next week. I'll go back to school after the weekend.
はあ、何勝手なこと言ってんだよお前。それじゃ遅いんだよ。我慢できないって言ったじゃないか今。
Shinji's yelling now. He must be really excited because I can hear his heavy breathing over the phone.
少しは考えてるじゃないか。そうだよね。さすがに今さら一人でやってくるわけがないから。どう見ても怪しいもんなこの電話。エミヤでもやばいって感じたわけだ。
His tone shifts entirely, and he even starts laughing. Hold on a minute, calm down. You're acting really strange, Shinji. I don't know what happened, but...
嘘をつくなよエミヤ。遠坂のことだ。お前に全部話したんだろ。いいよ隠さなくて。そうだよね。エミヤはセイバーのマスターだもの。僕よりずっと一発な人殺しってわけだ。
Shinji seems to be enjoying himself. I've known him for about 5 years now, but I've never seen him so wound up. Shinji, are you...
いいから学校で待ってるよ。急げよエミヤ。今からなら6次元目には間に合う。ちょうど藤村の授業だし、遅刻しても問題ないだろう。
Well, even Fujine would get mad if we were late for her class, and I might get an even more of an earful if I only show up for 6th period rather than just miss the whole day.
そんなのは自業自得じゃないか。ああ、それと遠坂にバラしたら本当に絶交するからな。今まで桜のことは目をつむってやったんだ。最後ぐらいは友人として義理を果たして
Shinji,
もいい。
don't be an absolute turd and leave Sakura out of this, okay? Our conversation ends there. All I hear is the buzzing electronic tone from the receiver. What's with him? But what should I do? Tosaka should be in the house, but I didn't see her anywhere, and if I go to school, I can't bring Saber. But then, if I don't do what Shinji asks, I'm worried what he might do. He's probably agitated because of the merciless rejection Tosaka gave him yesterday. If I ignore him, he might get violent with Sakura again. Well, it's still bright out, so it shouldn't be an issue. I should hurry now that I've made a decision. If I hurry, I should be able to make it by 6th period. There's nobody at the school gate. From the outside, it looks like the school is deserted since class is in session. Maybe there's no physical education class either since there's nobody in the courtyard either. Well, that's going to change in a few minutes. When 6th period's over, school's out. The campus and exits will be overflowing with people on their way out. I head up to the 3rd floor. There's nobody in the hallway either. Everyone must be in their classrooms, so I feel a little awkward walking into Class C. Well, it's not like I'm going to be completely conspicuous, so I should hurry into the classroom. Class C is down the hall. Right now, I'm in front of Class H, which is the closest to the stairs, so there are 5 classrooms between me and my destination. A wave of dizziness slams into me. My entire body is also overcome with nausea. My stomach churns. My senses are going completely haywire. Red floods my vision, as if blood were seeping into my eyes. The temperature around me hasn't changed, but my body is suddenly unbearably hot. What the hell is this? I stumble. Strength leaves my body. I feel like I'm withering and I can't do anything to stop it. In the same way you can't stop sand from falling in an hourglass. I'm suffocating. My throat burns. Was all the air sucked from this hallway? From the entire school? I sway and by accident stagger towards a window. Desperate for air, I jerk it open. Or I freeze. This is so unbelievable. I can't even find the wherewithal to get confused. Outside the window, the entire campus is a field of endless red. It looks like the school was carved out of the world and plunged into a sea of red. The school building looks like an altar draped in a red canopy. And then, finally, I realize what's happening. I move away from the window. I muster up what senses I have left and force my feet to move, heading into the classroom closest to me. All right, guys. Well, we are going to call it there for today. Leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger. Pretty sure you guys are all itching to find out what's going on here. I thank everyone for coming to the stream today. And just to let everyone know, we did get that Black Myth Wukong episode out. Please do check that out. Also, our next episode of Fate Samurai Remnant will be coming out on, what is today, Wednesday? It will be coming out on Friday. And then One Piece again on Tuesday. Do be watching for our next schedule of Fate Stay Night. All right, everyone, have a great night, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye for meow.